Hey folks, Slice 'em here. Going to be doing something a little different today. This is really more so, I'm going to be taking care of a couple things. I'm going to be hitting the arena. I'm going to take care of Potion Quest. Just kind of doing a bunch of oddball different things. In the meantime, I'm going to be bringing in somebody to chat about what is MCOC to you? What is Marvel Contest of Champions to you? And so I'm going to be bringing somebody in for this. We're just going to discuss the game, the quality of the game, gameplay. What is it? What is the game to you? And then after that, in the meantime, I'll be taking care of my stuff and we'll just be discussing it. And then we'll let things go from there. So it's not going to be a super long stream maybe. We're just going to kind of play this by ear. This is going to be the first one. I plan on doing every Sunday, at least this month probably, or here for the next 4 weeks, to be a what is MCOC to you? Is it just a game? Is it a passion? Is it something you love to do? All that we're going to find out from a couple different people and just get different perspectives of what the game means, what it brings to the table, and all that good stuff. Hey Luca, hey boss, hey Aaron, how's it going, man? Luca, absolutely, I remember you, man. I tried my best to remember all the guys that come in and hang out in the live chat. If you're chatting at all in the live chat, typically I will remember you. So, with that being said, the first person I'm going to tackle this, what is the MCOC to you, is with Anthony. He's been a guy that's been a mod of mine for a little bit. Been coming to my channel. Great guy to debate with. Excellent guy that knows a lot of champions. Takes the time to learn about them, and give me 1 second here. So with that being said, I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to get Anthony on the line, and we're going to just kind of discuss the game and everything else. So here we go. Anthony, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
I have it up on my computer too. That was weird.
That's kind of funny. All right, guys. Real quick, gonna answer this question. Boss says, did I complete ROL? I did. I got stuck on Wolverine for a good bit. Tried a couple different things and eventually said screw it. Stuck with Star-Lord and just basically burned him to the ground. It took a couple attempts, probably more than it really should have, but again, I've never claimed to be a pro gamer. I'm not always the best, and I was playing so afraid to make mistakes that I at times made mistakes. Just afraid to take a hit and instead take way too much block damage, or not cleared the move with a dash back. So anyway, guys, I've got Anthony with me, and again, we're just going to be discussing what is MCOC, what is it to you, what do you enjoy about the game, what do you dislike about the game, how do you feel about the game, where it's going, all sorts of different things, and then also what does the game mean to you? Is it just something that you love to do? Is it a good way to hang out with friends? Maybe it's your way to get away from everything else going on, because look, there's nothing better than to sit down and just put your head into your iPhone, iPad, tablet, whatever it is, and just get away for a few. Focus on a fight and be the best that you can be at something for a few. So, with that being said, Anthony, first time on the line, so go ahead, guys. Let's make sure we can hear him. Anthony, can you go ahead and talk for a bit? Let's make sure everybody can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this delay. It is very, very confusing. I think I'm gonna mute the computer.
What some of the guys have done before is they mute the computer so they don't hear themselves on a feedback, because there is a little bit of a delay there. But
yeah, it's kind of awkward. Okay, I am good.
All right. So
and I can speak that too.
Yeah. So now, Anthony, just out of curiosity, how long have you been playing the game?
Altogether, probably 17, 18 months.
Okay, so a good little bit. What's up, Angel? And again, I'll be doing some shout-outs to all the guys coming in the chat. So, guys, as the conversation picks up, sorry if I don't yell out at you. I'll be typing as well, so watch live chat and listen away. So, 18 months. So you've been at it for a good little bit.
Yeah, it was. I did spend 6 months in. Actually, it was more like 2 months in a rehab. So I missed. That was right around the time that the X-Men Event Quest was out. A little after that, actually.
Okay, so you're talking about the one that brought us Iceman, Archangel, Psylocke, and those guys, correct?
Yeah, the one that had X Weapon X as the boss, but we couldn't play him as a character.
Okay, yep. That was definitely a fun, interesting one. Iceman was a pain on Master Mode.
Yeah, that was the worst Master Mode we've had. Iceman is. Whenever I see Iceman in AW, it absolutely destroys me. I can't win. I can't fight Iceman for some reason. Oh yeah, I got the 4-star Iceman last night. It was crazy. Oh yeah, it was crazy. Like I I always see the 3 stars, so I just kind of popped it. I let it spin. I didn't touch it. I just kind of let it spin, and I saw that 4-star pop up, and I like kind of yelled out, and my mother was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was so excited.
Yeah, so pulling Iceman is definitely something. It looks like I lost my audio there for a second. Everybody should be able to hear me now. Yeah, Iceman is something that's so awesome to get. It's just, I can't say that he's a game changer, but at the same time, he kind of is. You can just do so much with him.
I don't know. I have him at rank 2 at the moment because I still need a couple tier 3 basics. But even at rank 2, he's clearing everything I'm doing right now. I'm trying to run through all the crap that we need to do every day, and he's just blasting through it all.
He is so handy. The double immunities are so handy.
I got that mutant crit team with him too.
Nice.
Red Magneto, Wolverine, Cyclops, Red Cyclops, and Storm, and Iceman, and that's just a awesome crit team awesome team in general for Iceman.
Well, sure. It's Iceman is just a good champion all the way around. And again, and you don't have yours duped. Once he's duped, it's even a little easier, a little more fun because he starts out with Cold Snap, and you just start out going, okay, I don't have to worry about this, and you just go to work.
I just pulled up his info. He has a crit synergy with Hyperion too.
He does, and it is very handy to have. So
he's got the crit synergy with Hyperion, and he has a perfect block chance with Ghost Rider. So if you had Ghost Rider, Hyperion, and Iceman, I think that's a pretty solid AQ or AW.
Oh, yeah. Well, and like Angel said here in live chat, more importantly, or not necessarily more importantly, but also the fact is, he can sit there and just take an L3 on the chin. Doesn't bother him. He just, okay.
I haven't experienced that yet. I haven't played any. I was kind of hoping to do some arena with him and try that out, but
you've got to. You've got to find some place where you can take him and just push it till you hit L3, and it's pretty amazing because you just sit there and you just know that you should be taking a large chunk of damage, and it's nothing. It's like tickling. So it's pretty awesome.
I've seen it live. I've seen someone run him in map 6 and take him against a Hyperion in map 6.
Oh,
and took an L3 from Hyperion, and I think Hyperion had 1 or 2 Furies, and it barely dented his health.
Yeah, it is pretty nasty. It's so awesome to see. So
yeah, Angel just said, "Wait till you run into a Hyperion." Yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely do it. And it's right. You almost push them to L3 on purpose, because the thing about it is you don't have to worry about it. It's just kind of like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to push you to the L3. Who cares what happens?
What I like with this crit team that I got running on, he is stacking frostbites like crazy. Like, I'm getting 4, 5, 6 stacks of frostbite, and then they all expire at once, and I'm 6 hits into the fight, and they're already dead.
Oh yeah, and it's so nasty because that damage is just kind of, I think of it as ticking damage, even though it's not really a tick per se.
One of them ticks though. Which one ticks? Is it
Cold Snap?
It is Cold Snap. Okay.
Cold Snap ticks. Okay. But it's like having a time bomb on somebody. You just know, okay, all I gotta do is mess around for a little bit here. Oh, there it goes. Boom. There goes half their health. Oh, I guess I should have paid attention. Unblockable.
He can take a few hits too.
Yeah.
Even when the ice armor breaks, he still takes quite a bit of punishment.
Yeah, he's very solid. So, very, very interesting. He's a great champ. And I'll be honest, I don't even think I use him to his fullest potential yet, just because there's so much you can do with him that I don't really look at it and say, oh, okay, here, hold on, let me fix this or change this around. But he's definitely very nasty.
Angel, are you talking about AW defense? Did you run into 4 Hyperions on AW? And if so, what tier are you in?
Hey, what's up, Supersonic? Good seeing you, man.
I wonder what tier he's in. I find Hyperion extremely easy to fight.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily find him hard to fight. I think he
loves storing his specials. He absolutely, all you gotta do is he just will always hit his special.
Well, I don't disagree with that. He does enjoy using his specials. The hard part is if you don't get that, especially on any type of power gain node.
Yeah.
If you don't get him to go early, you're in trouble. Daniel, thanks for stopping in. Supersonic, good to seeing you as well. Hey guys, again, guys, we're sitting here chatting with Anthony about what MCOC is to you, what can it bring to the table, what's it good for, and more importantly, just what does the game overall mean to you. So, and just discussing the game in general as well. So, I'm just running some quests in the background while we chat. So. Angel says, couldn't tell you the tier. I know in AQ we're in Elite and a 7.5 million. So I would imagine a pretty decent.
Yeah, probably tier 3, 4, between tier 5 and 3, I'd say.
It has to be. So
I'm in a 8 mil alliance, I think.
Nice.
And we bounce from tier 6 to tier 2, depending on people's vacation. Yeah, 7.3 mil alliance.
Very nice. Oop, that's bad timing. So yeah,
you know what I did the other day?
What's that?
I hit 200,000 hero rating.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, and I noticed that I'm ranked 40,000th, like just under, like 39,960 something.
Nice.
Which means only 40,000 people have 200,000 rating. I thought that was fairly low.
That does seem low, but now let me ask you this. Do you think that's based on regions? Because I know, for example, the arenas have different regions as well.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, because I know 1.3 million people have an account in Kabam.
Holy smokies, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. So, and I know only 200 of them at most play arena, 200,000 play arena.
Right.
So I'd say at least 800K of those people actually play every day.
Man,
Right? That's probably a good guess, right?
I would say so.
So if 40,000 people, um, that's 5%, right? Or 20%, one of them. That seems fairly low to me.
Well, you got to realize there's a lot of people there that also sell off champs and do things like that. So, maybe that is correct. Who knows? So, Anthony, as far as the game goes, you kind of touched on it for a little bit. Um, like you said, you went to rehab. You had some issues in life. Got things squared away, and for you, MCOC is more than just a game, correct?
Correct.
So, so
I was kind of waiting for a bit more people, but that's okay.
and we can. I think people will kind of start filtering in anyway. But but yeah, I mean, the game is definitely got a bunch of different meanings to a bunch of different people. And I am having an insane amount of black bolts on this path. And I'm having horrible timing. Jeez.
I'm watching more chat than I am you. What are you doing?
I'm just running Act 4 for giggles.
Oh.
Working on my completion that I need to get done.
Yeah, seriously, when I got that generic awakening gem from Act 4 completion, 100%.
Oh, nice. Angel says, I pulled a 5-star Hulk last night. Think he's good enough unduped to take to rank 3. Absolutely.
Yes. And rank 4.
Absolutely. Hulk is an amazing champ.
Yeah.
Awakening just kind of boost him up a little bit.
His sig ability is one of the best in the game.
It is super nice. I hate, you say that, I like it and I hate it, because I hate that you have to take damage to really get something out of it.
Yeah, but let's say you had a maxed out 4-star Hulk, right?
Sure.
You're gonna use him in AQ. By section 3 in AQ, you're gonna be half-life anyway, just from taking parries and chip damage, and that's where the value is.
Well, I do agree with you there. There's definitely value to it.
I see your point, though. You don't want to purposely lose health.
Yeah, it's
just to...
You know what I mean? Like, it's of all the signatures, it is nice and it comes in handy, but it just also sucks that it's like, oh, well, I know my signature's kicking in because I'm losing life.
Yeah, in the basic day-to-day fights, you don't want to do that, but in AQ, by the time you get to Dormammu, you're going to be half-life anyway, so that's where the real value of Hulk comes in. And he's poison immune.
That is true. I think the poison immune kind of pushes him over the top a little bit.
I do wish he had what Rogue has when it comes to bleed.
Sure.
If not completely bleed immune, at least reduce it. I mean, the dude bounces bullets off his skin, and I don't see how he can bleed anyway. But so I think they need to fix that part of it. But other than that, he's an extremely good champion.
And there for a while, I thought he was very highly underrated. 12-0 really fixed him.
Yeah, thank God they changed that L1. The L1 was lame as hell before.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right.
J Fire.
What's up, J Fire? J Fire says yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more than a game. It helps me cope with how crummy life is. Yeah, can't disagree. I can't really argue. I've got a fairly good life, but it is nice to have a game that you can pop up at any point in time and sit down and just be able to say, all right, I'm going to focus in on this for a little bit and just relax, or decide to throw your phone across the room if you don't play well. But you get my point. It's just nice to get away inside of a game, especially if you're any type of gamer. That's what we enjoy to do, I think.
And for me, J Fire, at one point in my life, I had become addicted to heroin. So now I've been clean for a long time, and it is my way of I'm very, very active in Narcotics Anonymous also. And my sponsor always tells me to find a hobby, find something to do, find something to keep your mind off of everything, and this game is doing just that.
Well, I can definitely see how it could help, just because I don't have time to just sit down and play, but I wish I could. Even when I'm at work, I'm sitting there, I'm going, all right, who am I going to level up next? What do I need to do next? I wonder what the Alliance is doing, so on and so forth. And this game brings something to do. It gives you something to do constantly, to think about. It's so much fun. They've done a good job designing a very good game, in my opinion.
J-Fire, I have never heard of that. But because of my past, my body is breaking down and failing. So I am out of work and laying in bed all day as well, with no energy, but not because of that. And yeah, some days I play 15 hours a day. Some days it's more than that, but the only time I don't play, to be honest, is server maintenance and the few hours a night that I sleep.
Nice. I mean, at least you've got something to do, and the game is fun enough and engaging enough that you can sit back and just enjoy the game.
Well, it hits like 3 or 4 things for me. For one, I love X-Men ever since I was a kid.
I'm the same exact way.
And I mean superheroes in general. I just love, and Marvel has always been my go-to. Not so much DC, but what's he saying? Sorry, I keep getting distracted by chat. So I love X-Men to begin with. To be honest, I've never been a video gamer. This is legitimately the first game that I have ever gotten into. Like, I'll play Madden with my brother, or the random what's that shooting game that everyone plays with the army dudes?
Oh my gosh. Talking about on the tablets?
No, like
Call
on
of Duty?
PlayStation. Yeah, Call of Duty. Like, I'll randomly play that once in a while, but I have never been a gamer. But this game is just, it keeps my mind off of bullshit. I love Marvel superheroes. It's interactive. I like the multi-online part of it. Like, I like that. I like the community part of it too.
Sure, and that was one thing for me that I don't believe they had early on. And again, it's hard for me to remember. And if they did, I sure didn't know about it, I guess. I didn't dive too deep into the game. But when I came back and I found Alliance stuff, or they had added it, either way, whatever it was, it changed my outlook of the game, because now it's something I can compete with a group of friends. Whether I'm meeting new friends or whatever, it brings that community together. It's a group of guys working towards a common goal, which is a lot more fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's funny. The last alliance I was in before this one, it was a very casual alliance, like a 4-mil alliance. 7 out of the 30 were addicts and currently in recovery.
Wow. So
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
that's awesome. I think that's super interesting. And again, guys, talking with Anthony here about what MCOC is for you. Guys, we're going to run this on every Sunday for the next probably 4 weeks. Just get different opinions here. So a little bit of backstory. Anthony had some issues in the past. Luckily, survived. Getting things straight. And for him, Anthony, I think it's safe to say the game is is something to help take your mind off everything, to keep you distracted, or keep you, I should say, focused on where you need to go. Would that not be fair to say?
Yes, especially because I'm used to working a lot, and not going to work every day is driving me crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm a mechanic, and I like to work with my hands and stay busy, and I literally cannot do anything. So without this, I would literally be going absolutely insane.
Sure. So, so you obviously play quite a bit. Um, so, how did you come across MCOC? Did you have it before, or did it,
So
when you get out of the
no,
situation you
yeah.
found it?
So it's actually kind of funny. So, yeah. So this is actually my second attempt at getting clean. My first attempt, I went like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years, and then relapsed.
Sure.
So last time when I was getting clean, same thing happened. I was out of work, and I was like finding things to do to like make my day go by quicker. And I actually started binge watching TV shows. I won't say how I download them because it's not exactly legal, but and by the time I watched, I don't know, 50 TV series from beginning to end, I needed something different. And a commercial, I actually saw a commercial for MCOC, and I was like, I hate those kind of, like, this game has been built better than any other game on a phone. They usually suck.
I agree.
The fighting mechanics are terrible. They're always like just dump money. I mean, this one you dump money into too, but I think the way this one is built, the fighting mechanics are better. The characters are better. There's more in-depth characters, and you got AQ and AW, and this is hands down the best mobile game out there. So I was like, I hate these games. I don't want to, whatever. But I downloaded it anyway because of how much I love X-Men. And then I got to like level 25, then kind of phased out because I went back to getting high. And then while I was in rehab, I had absolutely nothing to do, so I picked it up again. And then from there, it just took off like crazy.
Nice.
So yeah, it was actually a TV commercial that got me to
That's kind
download the game.
Kind of funny. I had downloaded the game early on, and it goes to show you the power of TV as well, and commercials and just influences. Because I started the game early on, quit, and I was sitting at work one day. I was working with my buddy. He had purchased 3 stores. I was there helping him out, and I was helping him run one of his stores. And I'm sitting there, I see the commercial come on, and I go, man, I haven't played that game in forever. And I get to looking, and I see all these champions that they had brought into the game. I'm like, oh my goodness, they got him and him and him. Oh, I gotta get this. And I think it was shortly after they had added Nightcrawler, because I can remember him popping around on the commercial, and instantly I had to go get it. I was a big Nightcrawler fan. I always thought Nightcrawler was neat. So for me, that was kind of the tipping point that I jumped on and said, okay, I've got to get it. And so that's exactly what I did. And at that point, when I came back, I was so far behind. It's just been nonstop for me now, and so it's
Yeah.
kind of been good.
How do you say? Oh, it's Chid. 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 It was the Deadpool commercial. Yeah. Jfire. Um, I am very glad that you stayed away from it, and I don't know how you feel, but I'm sure my family does, because I, I am your mom in this scenario, so um, that does suck. Um, but in my experience, without my family, who I have no doubt destroyed, I would not be clean. So I would say don't hold a grudge on your mother, and if she makes contact, just accept it. Make sure you're always there if she calls.
Absolutely. So, Anthony, so the game has been a huge help for you then, correct?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we could
So
legitimately say it's basically a lifesaver.
Yes, it absolutely saved my life, and is continuing to. My in the Narcotics Anonymous program, they idle hands is one of the main sayings that goes around there.
Uh-huh.
So keeping yourself busy is very, very crucial. And oh, I'm sorry, J Fire. I thought you said your mother. I'm sorry. Same applies though. If your sister makes contact, make sure you're there to accept her back into your life. She'll need it at some point. What was I saying?
Just talking about how the game has been a lifesaver for you.
Oh yeah. In the program, a lot of people work out or build models or whatever. But this is what I choose to do. I choose to do this. You know, my my mom always says that I'm like too much into it and that I ignore people sometimes. But I don't think she knows how interactive the community is.
Well, here's the thing. I can't say I grew up. I did a lot of gaming. I really became more of a gamer my late teens, early 20s. Got involved in a game, SOCOM, great community, and then I played WoW, huge community, and it was so funny because for me that was my friends. Those were the people I wanted to talk to. Socially, I had awkward moments fitting in with people just because I grew up playing sports. That was my life. Yeah. I was in a gym every day.
Me too.
So when my friends were out partying, I never went. So I was quickly labeled the oddball, the weird kid. Now it was just an awkward deal. So I never really fit in with any group. I was a jock, but yet at the same time, I was a nerd. So I never really fit in with one group. And so for me, the communities online are just so nice. They're fun. People don't care. But those were the people that I enjoyed playing with. I could sit down at night and hang out with them. We all talked, had fun, and completed goals together. It was interesting because you could build that community based on goals and what you did. And I don't think an average person understands just how much a game can mean to individuals at times. Now does it maybe go too deep every so often? Sure, but all in all, I don't think gaming is a bad thing to have as a problem.
No, and I used to think it was a bad thing. I used to think it was weird that you could sit in your house by yourself with your headset on, talking to some dude in China that you never knew. Like, I always thought that was weird. and never understood it. But then I found this game, and I'm in Boston. You're in. I couldn't even say it if I wanted to.
We'll just
Missouri.
say down in Missouri.
Yep, and that's not weird at all for me anymore. I find that very interesting because usually, like even I don't really like people. I'm not really a people person. And this was a good way. My sponsor told me, because when I go to an NA meeting, I'm very shy. I don't interact with people, and I kind of sit in the back to myself and don't say anything because I don't like talking to other people. I don't really know why, but so he suggested, once he realized what I was doing in the game, he realized that there was chat rooms and YouTube, and he said, why don't you try that as an icebreaker? See if you can go in a chat room and talk to people. And so it's kind of this part, like watching YouTube and interacting in the chat, is kind of stepping stones for me
Sure.
to get more comfortable with going out in society.
Sure, absolutely. Well, it just helps build confidence. When you find a spot that you're comfortable in, it's nice to feel comfortable, to feel accepted, and to be able to go forward with that.
Oh, you see the new offer?
I have heard 5-star stones and signature stones, generic and then random chance. $100.
Oh my God, $100?
Yeah, here we'll bring it up on the screen.
$100 for 20 generics and 80 randoms. That's a dollar a sig stone. I don't know.
For a 5-star, you look at it, it's not that bad of a deal if you have a good collection of duped 5-stars. The problem is, if you don't have a duped 5-star, you could be studying on these things for ages.
The other thing people have to realize, though, is the 5-star signature scales to 200, not 100 or 99.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So a sig level 40 5-star is the same as a sig level 20 4-star.
Right.
So it's every sig point on a 5-star is half the value of a 4-star sig level. So
interesting. I figured it would just go higher. Like, that would be the joy of having a 5-star. To me, it should go higher.
that's what I said. But with diminishing returns, it doesn't scale like that.
Danko says, trash offered. I don't spend money on the game. It's so much money. It is and it isn't. I mean, the thing about it is, for people wanting to compete at the upper level, it could be a game changer. You pull the right signature stones, and you're sitting on a couple decent 5-stars that are duped, then, hey, all of a sudden you went from being all right to could be looking very pretty. You know what I mean? It's a pretty big difference maker if it's the right set of stones and the right champions.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah. So there's some champions that you really only need one sig level.
Right.
And then there's champions that you need 100.
I don't disagree with you at all there.
Sometimes just one sig level is good enough. You just need that extra. I'm trying to think of someone.
And J Fire says not entirely true. It does not scale accordingly. He says Hyperion at dupe 99 goes to 50% increase. 5-star dupe at 40 is 70.
Really?
So that could be a little bit different on your math now. That changes.
I am gonna have to. So I use my Drax for that comparison, right? Hold on.
Uh-huh.
So
I take it you're pulling him up right now.
I am, yeah.
Must be nice
So
to have a decent 5-star.
Oh man, my 5-star Drax is awesome. Yeah, so my 4-star Drax at Sig 16 is a 212 increase attack per Fury.
Okay.
And my 5-star who is at Sig level 30, so almost double, is at 187.
Okay. Interesting.
So my 5-star who has double the Sig level has about 40, 50 points less attack on his Fury.
I wonder if it's because as it goes up, it scales faster. That could be the other side of it too. The higher the buff number, or the higher the what am I thinking? The higher the signature goes, the quicker the scaling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that could be. Yep.
That could be why you're not seeing much of a difference just yet.
Yep. I've only pulled 3 5-stars, and I pulled Drax twice and Ultron.
Oh, so nice. Such nice pulls.
I love my Ultron, man. He's so good in AQ. So good.
Well, I'd imagine so.
He takes away so many mistakes. Like, in the double heal, sometimes I get hit on purpose just to hit the double heal, just to get back up to full health. Oh, it's awesome.
That's nasty. So you've got Ultron and Drax as your 2 5-stars. A duped Drax. My 3 5-star pulls have been Magneto, Hawkeye, and Juggernaut.
I would love Hawkeye.
What is wrong with you? I like him, but
he is an awesome champion. He is so underrated, so underused. Oh my god, he is so good. Alright, so this is I have my 4-star Hawkeye at rank 4.
Okay.
And let me just read some numbers. Because he is undervalued and underused and underappreciated, and I feel like I have to let everyone know how good he is. Okay, so Vision's L1, right?
Okay.
Who is considered by many to be the best power control champion, right?
Okay, I would agree.
Or one of anyway.
Sure.
Has a 39% power burn, right?
All right.
So Hawkeye's level 1 does 40%.
Right.
Where is my Hawkeye? Hawkeye. Yep. Hawkeye, L1. Yep. Depletes 40% of the target's max power. So he drains more power than Vision on their L1s.
All
right. His Hemorrhage ability, which is his Awakened ability.
Right.
When Hemorrhage procs, it is a 9,118 damage.
Okay.
That's insane. That's a lot of bleed damage.
It is a lot of damage.
That's insane.
What's the proc?
9,000 damage. So his L1 does 2,100 bleed damage over 5 seconds, and his L2, which has a 100% chance to bleed. So does L1. Both have a 100% chance to bleed. Has a almost 2,300 damage. That is a lot of bleed. A lot of bleed.
It is.
And his L1 drains 40% power.
Sure. Now, let me go over this, though. Here's where I see. First off, you don't use Vision's L1. You use his L2.
I use his L1 quite a bit.
Do you? See, I'm a big fan of his L2.
It depends. I use both. It depends on the situation and the fight.
Sure, I guess I can see that.
But in AW, I find myself using his L1 more because I don't like, especially against a Magic or a Mortal, I don't like waiting to L2 just in case a Limbo procs, just in case Mortal hits an L3. Like, especially in AW, I find myself using his L1 way more.
Sure, I can see that. And here's an interesting point by Mirtha here. Hawkeye doesn't steal power, where Vision does, and Vision has the immunities. I think that's kind of is what pushes him over the top.
That is true. I'm considering using my generic Awakening Gem on Vision.
So I've got a Tech Awakening Gem, and I've got OG Vision, and I am so tempted to use it.
Why have you not? I would have done that without even hesitating.
Well,
he starts the fight with a bar of power, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I've been debating between him and Ultron.
Fuck that. You can pull Ultron in a crystal, bro.
That's true.
You cannot get Ultron. You cannot get OG.
Yeah, I guess that's a very valid point.
Unless you want to spend another 5,000 units when he comes around.
That is a very, very good point.
I mean, kind of the point of the generics is for your Deadpool, your OG Vision. If you're going for a featured, when they first come out, like, you pull Punisher 2099, and he's not going to come out for 6 months, and he's got the sickest sig ability, and you just have that. I mean, that's what the generic is for.
Sure, makes sense. I would agree. I'll tell you what. I think let's just go ahead and do it. We'll have a little fun. I mean, since we're here.
Oh my God! If you have OG Vision and a Tech Awakening Gem, I would have done it in a heartbeat.
See, this is what you don't understand. I'm so analytical and so concerned about. Oh man, what if? And instead of just going for something, I'll set there. I mean, I'm setting on. Here's my gems that I'm setting on. Let's just take a look at this.
I don't even know if I want to see it. I'm so jealous. There's so many. I have one generic Awakening Gem, and that's it.
So here's my Awakening Gems. I've got a 4-star Mutant, a 4-star Science, where's my Tech, and a 4-star Tech. I just used my 4-star generic to awaken Dr. Voodoo. So I mean, I was setting on 4 Awakening Gems at one point.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely worth it. Dr. Voodoo is amazing. And as I continue to play with him, it gets better and better. So let's go take a look at these champs. And I haven't even had a chance to.
Wait, do you have a 4-star? Do you have a 4-star Mystic?
What do you mean?
Or was that a 3?
Oh, no.
That's a 3. Okay,
it was a 3. Yeah, no. I kind of wish I had a 4-star skill just to get Gwenpool awakened, so I wouldn't have to run the arena. Because Lord knows.
Gwenpool is one of the ones that only needs 1 sig level.
Exactly. You just got to awaken her. You ain't got to do anything else. So right now my debate has been, for the Science, I think I'm going to probably go Hulk. I'm kind of hanging on to it just to see if there's going to be somebody.
Why have you not awakened Hulk?
Well, there's one other reason. I've got Captain America World War II coming up in the arena.
If it was between him and Hulk, I would choose Hulk, especially because you could get World War II back to back.
That is true, but do you know how much grinding that's going to be? Have you, as much as we've argued, as much as we've argued about the cutoffs, and as ridiculous as they're becoming, that grind is going to be no fun.
Yeah, so I did that grind for Mordo. I did 5.5 mil twice for Mordo. Then I did 5.5 twice. Nope, I did 6.5 twice for Voodoo. And then I did 6 mil the first round and missed Hyperion, and then 6.5 the second round and got Hyperion.
By far.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Plus you get all those battle chips.
Oh, I agree. There's definitely upsides to it.
Those arena crystals are amazing. The drop rate on the units are awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I opened 100, Arena Crystals, I got 720 units.
Wow, nice.
That's on the high end.
Sure.
And you see all over YouTube, people usually opening 500 of them at a time.
Uh-huh.
They're usually pulling anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 units.
That's insane.
Yeah. And I'm free to play. I do not spend. I had $30 worth of iTunes gift cards that I got for my birthday, and that is the only money I spent on the game. And with that, I bought the unit card that was out.
Uh-huh.
Less than 30 days ago.
Sure.
I would only spend money on units. Units. And that's how I get my units, is Arena.
Well, and it's a great source for units. It's a great source for a lot of things.
It's really the only source for units. I get 65 units from the 3-star Arena if you hit all the milestones. And I think it's 130-ish. Maybe more. Maybe it's 160. I forget. I haven't counted it in a while. But from the basic Arena. And then I'll do like... Sometimes I have enough time to get all the milestones in the featured arena. Sometimes I don't. So on every round of arena, I get about 300-ish units.
Sure.
Plus about 80 to 120,000 battle chips, which I turn into crystals for more units. Yeah, I mean, arena is literally the best thing in this game.
I don't disagree with you there. The arena is super nice. You can really put it to use for you, but it is still a pain to deal with. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, it's absolutely a pain, but the way I look at it is I choose to be free to play.
Sure.
And J-Fire, I haven't spent a single penny either, and I just broke 200. Which is nowhere near your 350, which is ridiculous.
That's an amazing number.
And even Brian Grant is over 400, and he hasn't spent a dime on the game. It's doable, but you have to grind arena.
Oh yeah, you do.
That's it. That's the only way to. If you're free to play, you have to grind arena. So, and to be honest, I find it way more rewarding to pull those units out of Arena Crystals, to claim that Dr. Voodoo when it's all hard work, instead of spending X amount of money on whatever.
Sure, I don't disagree with that.
That's just how I play. Plus, I have the time to do it. So
I was going to say, the difference is time. So, for example,
Right.
For me, as much as I would love to say, oh, I'm free to play, if I want to have a chance at some of the things that I want inside the game, I might as well forget it. Now, on the same token, I also look at it this way. That's also why I bust my butt and I'm at work probably 60 to 80 hours a week.
yeah, and that's cool. And then but that's still kind of earning it. You know what I mean? Like, you earned your money, so you choose to spend it. Like, that's cool too. But Chid, I would recommend that you be very, very, very careful about announcing on a public chat that you play arena for other people. Kabam, their number one pet peeve is account sharing. If they find out, they will ban you in a second. Especially if you're making money off of it and they're not. They will, if they find out, and all it takes is one asshole in this chat to turn around and copy this and send it to Kabam, and they will absolutely shut you down in a second. So, I personally don't care if you do it, but I have to just warn you that Kabam, their number one pet peeve is account sharing.
The only good news is it's going to be hard for, even if anybody did turn it in, nobody's account is information is shared here on the YouTube channel, so that's probably the biggest good news to it. But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
be mindful.
I just have to throw that out there. I see so many people talking about account sharing, and then something happens and they get banned, and I would hate for that to happen. So I throw out the warning just to let people know that that is something they do, and
Sure.
if you want to take the advice, take it. If you don't. Doesn't bother me. But
kind of more of a friendly, hey,
yeah,
be careful. Big
Yeah.
Brother could be listening, or somebody could be a rat and cry and complain and cause problems. But yeah, hopefully, and again, hopefully nobody inside this stream has ever done that, ever caused any problems with our guys, because I feel like we got some of the best viewers, followers that a person could ask for. And that's what I love about this to begin with. Is at first I didn't know how it was going to go. I was kind of nervous. Was it really going to do anything good? Blah, blah, blah. And now I've got some guys that I'm just kind of like, man, these are the best guys. If I'm going to spend time and record myself, at least I got some of the best guys and gals to watch me and hang out with, so. But Jordan says free to play and I don't grind arena, just get milestones and 3-star and 4-star. My rating's over 165. Very solid rating. Very solid.
Where do you see that?
Jordan Clark just came up.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. I am going to level up my Wolverine.
Jordan,
I'm sitting here.
Jordan, do you just do the milestones, or get enough to claim the 4 and 5-star shards in the 11 to 25%? Because that's also a big part. I mean, if you don't get the champion, at least you're getting the 500 crystal shards.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely handy. There's no doubt about that.
So I do all 3. I get all 10 milestones in all 3 arenas every cycle. So the 3-star, I always get the champion because you get an extra 100 4-star shards with the champion. If you miss the champion, you only get 100 4-star shards, but you get 200 with the champion. So I always get the champion for the more, because I don't need the 3-star shards. And then in the basic, if I want the champion, I'll do the 7 mil, 6 mil, whatever. If I don't want the champion, I stop at 18 and get the 4-star shards. And then with every milestone in the featured arena, which is 4 million, right?
Was it?
Is it 4 million? Is the featured arena 4 million?
To be honest with you, I've never really pushed it that far, so I couldn't tell you.
I think it's 4 million. You get 400 4-star shards. And on average, I open with Summoner Advancement and War and all the 3-day Alliance events, I open anywhere from 2 to 3 4-star crystals a week.
Nice.
Did you just put Wolverine to rank 4?
Yeah.
Did you finally? Jesus.
I know. Believe me. Well, here was
he
the
should
deal.
have been first star 5, dude.
Well, here's the problem. Back when I had him, back some time ago in the Alliance Center, and whatever it was I was running, I tend to run into heal block a lot. And so
yeah.
I was like, look, I'm wasting this Wolverine. Like, I am never getting to get my full potential out of him. And again, you got to remember, I just came back to the game, so I was like, screw this. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time on Wolverine. I've got all these other guys, and that's whenever I had just gotten Archangel in this, and so I started ranking them up and ranked Wolverine down. Believe it or not. And then afterwards, I was like, oh,
what's sig level?
He's only a Sig 40.
That's still good though. Mine's at 92, and his regen is I got the recovery mastery too, so I got the 15% there. But at rank 4, Sig 92, my Wolverine regens for 282 per tick.
Wow. Yeah, I mean there's no doubt about it in my mind. He's a great champion, and he's obviously well worth taking to 4 and rank 5. He is a god tier champion. It just was one of those things where I got frustrated. I ran into a couple of hill block scenarios, and I said, you know what? If this is the path I'm always going to be taking, I'm never going to use this guy.
You should bring him to AQ, regardless of what path. If you bring Wolverine to AQ, they will. I mean, he's map 5 and map 6. You almost need Wolverine for map 5 and 6.
Sure, I don't disagree with that, and that's, as you can tell, why I'm taking him up. So
he's so reliable. He is just he's just a very reliable champion that you know what you're going to get every time. By the way, real quick, Harsh, thanks for stopping in. Good. Yeah, gotta love sisters. Ugh. And again, guys, we're here just kind of chatting with Anthony. For anybody that's new here, sorry, Anthony, I'm going to cut you off for 1 second. Hey, guys, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, bring a friend or two in. We're just having a discussion. What does MCOC mean to you? Guys in the live chat, feel free to post about it. We've been talking about it. For Anthony, MCOC has been a life changer. And it's been a situation that we'll probably touch on again here. We're getting to where we got 20 some odd people in here watching. So, Anthony, if you don't mind, we'll kind of go back here in a few and touch on that as we're touching on the game. But, guys, MCOC is more than just a game to so many people, and sometimes we forget that. And it's easy for the general public to not realize what the game can mean. So with that being said, yeah, it's a game, sure, but it can be much more than a game. And for some people, an example in Anthony's case, it can be life-changing. J-Fire was actually talking in the live chat earlier, similar situation. When things are going bad around you, it's easy to dive into a game and be able to get away. And I think, Anthony, you could definitely say that's definitely the case for you as well, correct? Yes. Absolutely. Without this game, I would probably, especially because I'm sick now and I cannot work at the moment, I would have most definitely turned back to drugs.
And it's nice to see when you have something such as a game that's so simple, so easy, and yet something that can take your mind off so many crappy things that can go inside, go on with the world.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I would have gone back.
So now let me make sure I got this correct here, or make sure I have this correct. I understand you are on the liver transplant list now, so at least we're continuing to move forward with you as well.
Yeah. Yes, I am. And also, which I could work with my liver the way it is, if I really wanted to, but when one of the things that my liver is not doing at the moment is clotting my blood. So,
sure,
if I get cut, at the moment I cannot stop the bleeding. So
very, very difficult to stop it. Yep.
Yeah, working on cars is kind of out of the question.
Yeah, being a mechanic and expecting not to get cut, pretty difficult to do. You got your hands in all sorts of places, and it's.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do I mute this? What?
What are you doing?
All right, guys. And again,
where you going?
We've got Anthony live, kind of hanging out.
Let me use this.
We're just kind of hanging out, talking with Anthony here, discussing what MCOC can mean to people. J-Fire says this is really a unique chat Sunday. Really something else. Good job, Slice. Hey, I appreciate it. Guys, I'm just trying to bring something different to the community. Everybody enjoys sitting down and being able to just
myself.
Being able to sit down and just play the game.
That's why I needed it.
and everything else. So
But thank you.
it's definitely interesting to see different takes of the game and what it can mean to other people. For me, it's totally different than what it means to
But you still got some work to do. Whenever are you
so all those things come into play.
You still there?
Hold on one second. Yes, Anthony, I'm still here. I muted your mic. I knew you were talking with the family, it seemed like. So
Oh, it's all right.
everything good? Everything square?
Yeah, I had to borrow my mother's iPad. And
Nice.
She was wondering why.
All right.
I could have done this on my computer, but I don't know.
Having the iPad is nice because you can just kind of move around. You can get situated. You can kick back and relax. So
Yeah, and I can get up and go smoke a cigarette whenever I want to.
So anyways, guys, yeah, we're just kind of discussing the game in general, what it means to people, and we're going to be doing this every week for 4 weeks. I'm going to be bringing in other people.
What are you wearing?
We're going to be bringing in other people and letting them hear what it means to be part of the community, what the game means to you, and what all it can do. So, guys, I'm going to be looking for more people to give a call into and just discuss that as well. So,
Okay.
all right, Anthony, are you back?
Yes, I am.
All right, good deal, man.
Can I?
You need to jump out for a few?
Nope. Can
Okay.
I minimize Skype? Open YouTube on my iPad and watch the stream and have
Yes.
both apps open?
Absolutely.
I can.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't. This is the first time I've ever used Skype, so.
It's okay, man.
Oh, you can. I can hear you.
Absolutely.
All right. I am outside at the moment, so I can't see chat. Is anything happening in chat?
Not much. Just kind of actually talking. People are discussing health stuff. How people are use the game to kind of get away from the little annoyances of life or little health issues, which is interesting. Real quick, Johan, I'm just guys, just so you know, if you're not in the game right now, you're not paying attention. Duel is up. Dual target.
Is it?
Yes, the duel is up. Dual target for those of you out there is DAC 25. That's who I'm dueling. So I'm not dueling anybody in particular, guys. I am just getting my duels in for my alliance.
Can I just say that is the worst part about this game?
The duels?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
It is
so pointless. It is so. I mean, it takes away from. I don't get it. The rewards you get are just not good enough. I don't like it. I think it's silly. I think it's I hate that it's a requirement for every alliance. They need to rework the rewards.
Easy rewards though.
But they're not even worth it. Like it's easy to get, but like what do you get? 50 4-star shards? Like it's not even.
Speaking of 4-star shards,
I think last time we only got 100 PhD shards.
Are you getting are you cutting down the woods behind you here?
I don't understand. I don't understand the whole point of duels.
Sure. It's definitely very time. It's not even time consuming. It's just taking a step out of your norm to go get it done. You know.
At one point, I did try to find like a 5-star rank 4 champion to duel of that champion,
sure,
just to get some practice. But even then, it's 5 fights and you're done, and it's like great. Thanks for my 100 PhD shards.
Yeah, well, right now we're looking at the dual rewards for our alliance or wherever. I don't know if it goes off alliances or what, but wrong button. Rewards. 250, 250, another 5, 1500, 1500. So.
Yeah, but look at the rank rewards.
Oh, the rank rewards. I'm with you. Yeah, rank 1, 150, 75, 50, 100, 3-star. Yeah, the rank rewards are by no means anything amazing. So, Anthony, I think I'm probably going to look at cutting things here for a few. Man, I appreciate you coming on, telling us a little bit about your story and exactly what MCOC means to you. I'm definitely going to be hitting you up again this week. We're going to go over some champions. Guys, Anthony does a good job of grabbing as many 3-stars of every champ that he can just to test them out himself. He doesn't really rely on anybody else's opinion, which is something we preach around here, is learn the champions for yourself. Find out who you like for you, because my gameplay is different than your gameplay. Your gameplay is different than mine. What you value is different than what I value. And that is something I think, Anthony, if we were going to say we agree on one thing, is people need to learn to make decisions for themselves inside the game. Would you not agree?
I agree completely. Especially when it comes to the higher level champions. Like 9 out of 10 people don't realize that Mordo might just be one of the top 7 best offensive champions in the game.
Sure.
Everyone just throws him on defense because that's what the common theme is, and you're missing out. You're totally missing out. My biggest recommendation is to get every champ in the 3-star arena, because 90% of the time it only takes the milestones to get the champion. You get all the milestones in the 3-star arena 9 out of 10 times, unless it's a brand new featured, you're going to get the champion.
Sure.
Use that champion, learn the champion, have fun. Obviously, have fun. That's the biggest thing, too. And that way, when they do come out as a 4-star or 5-star, you have already learned their moves, you've already learned their animations, you've already learned, you know whether you want to use them on your teams. That's what I do. That's how I do it. I always get 3-star champion. I always put them in a team. I always learn everything about them. And read the info. Read the info. I see all the time that people say, oh, I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know he could do that. It's all in the character bio.
But is it? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know of a spot where it talks about Gwenpool and her ability reduction at 50
Yeah,
hits.
it does. It's in her SIG ability.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, in her SIG ability, it says 2% ability reduction for every hit in the combo. So at 50 hit combo, it's 100% reduction.
Right, I knew that, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all in there. It's in. A lot of people, like, when it comes to like the harder champions like Ghost Rider, and learning all the judgments and how they work together, it's all in the info. Read the info, then go fight Winter Soldier in RL, and just pick one aspect of the info and just keep doing it over and over until you get it down. Then add the next part. Then add the next part. It will not only help you learn the champion, it'll help you learn how to fight better. Honestly, the more times you fight that Winter Soldier in ROL, the better you are going to get. I guarantee it.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
Read the info and practice with the champions. That's my biggest advice.
I would totally agree with that. And again, guys, this has been a little bit something different that we've been doing. This today is all about what is MCOC to you. Because the game is drastically different to every individual. and this is probably an extreme situation here where for Anthony, and I say extreme, there's a lot of people, as Anthony said earlier, one of his alliances, you had how many guys in there that was recovering?
7 out of 30.
7 out of 30.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is extremely high.
Guys, it can do so many different things for so many different people. J-Fire was commenting inside live chat about how it helps him get away from his family issues. He's got some health issues. It helps people to get away from the normal. And for others, it's a game. It's a competitive game. It's something that they compete at. They say they want to be the best at, and they go for it. So things are always different. All right.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely. I'm not going to cut you out yet. Have at it. What you got?
If anyone is struggling with addiction, because it's so huge right now, especially opiates, please contact me. I am on Twitter. I'm online. My Line app. My Line name is Tony the Slayer. You can get me there. What's my Twitter? I don't even know.
It's just your name, I believe.
Yeah, Anthony Amendola, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Is my Twitter. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions or need help getting clean and staying clean. I would be more than happy and to help you. And do not keep it in. Talk about it. Be open about it. It is a huge problem. More people than you think are struggling with it. I personally use this game to help me, but I also talk to a therapist and go to NA meetings regularly. And I am a firm believer in recovery, and I would like to help anyone who wants it. So do not feel weird or bad or concerned ever about reaching out to me for help if you want it.
Absolutely. So, guys, again, if it is something that you're having issues with, don't hesitate. Don't be ashamed. Simply reach out and ask somebody for help. I mean, whether it's Tony, whether it's whoever, it doesn't matter. Guys, take care of yourself and realize there's people around. People will help. You're not going to be judged. People want to help out. Don't hesitate to ask for help. So,
and don't be ashamed of it either.
Absolutely.
Being addicted to heroin, like I was, does not make me any less of a human being than the next person. So, don't be ashamed of it. If you want help, it's there. You just got to know where to go. And I can certainly point you in the right direction. And if you just want to talk in general, like if you don't have an issue, but you're just looking for friends or someone to talk to, just don't hesitate. Find me on Twitter, find me online, or find me in any YouTube chat at the moment. Slicem is my #1 YouTube that I'm in. He takes precedent over anybody, but when he is not on, I am in any chat. So, and as always, make sure you grind arena.
Guys, get in the pool. When it comes to arena, get in the pool and help everybody out. Anthony, I do appreciate that. I know it may sound crazy, and I was having a little fun with it there, but guys, it does mean a lot to me when people say that. Whenever I know that this is their premium channel for YouTube, where they want to come and hang out. I feel like we have a good live chat, a good group of guys and fellas, ladies that can hang out and just chat, and nobody gets judged. I think we can all agree that we all respect each other's opinion. You and I have had massive disagreements on certain things, and at the same time, never once did I not respect your opinion. Now, I may think it's crazy, but I can think it's crazy and still respect it. And
I
I
would
think
like to see the community come more together too.
I agree. So
Especially like when there's a bug, everyone's on board. Everyone is spamming Kabam and being like, fix this bug, fix this problem, and no one has a problem joining up, banding together to fix a bug that affects everyone. But when it comes to Arena, and 500 people would make the difference, nobody wants to help anybody out. And the one thing I hear the most is, well, why would I get in the pool to help out that guy get the champion that I have to face in defense on war? I'm not doing that.
sure.
Is, I think, selfish and not right. And you're also missing out on all the other awesome, very beneficial rewards that Arena has to offer. And when it's your time and you want that champion, you're going to wish you had people in the pool when you miss it by 100,000 points.
Oh, don't you know it? I mean, that's when it gets disgusting. So,
Yep.
and
So I would really like to see the community come more together on Arena. If not as strong as when there's a bug, at least let's try to get there. At the end of the day, it's a community, it's fun, it's a game. I understand Arena's competitive, but we're all humans and we should all be helping each other out anyway.
well, and again, I do appreciate the shout outs. I got a couple of people. Jay Fire, it's true you're my favorite. Seton, Brian Grant, and Dork Lessons are great, but you interact more with your viewers, and it's a place I enjoy being a part of. I'm glad I found your channel. Dude, that's awesome. It really, as stupid as it sounds, it really, really means a lot to me, guys. I do this, yeah, I do it because I enjoy doing it, but at the same time, I do it because I enjoy seeing people being able to come together, talk, respect one another, and help each other with the game. Not just be a bunch of individuals in here trying to get some sort of shout out or doing something like that. That's just, Nimbus says that's a stupid reason not to do Arena.
Nemus, it is a stupid reason. But I'm telling you, it's the one reason that I see more than any other reason is I don't want to help that guy out. Like, I don't. It's
Sure.
completely stupid, and I just don't understand why that's people's mindset. I don't get it.
No, and look, I come from a very competitive background, and it's one of those things where I get it. I mean, I get the overall mindset of I'm not going to help my enemy out. But what you don't understand is in this game, what people lose sight of is in all reality, to a weird way, the enemy is Kabam. They're the ones that are going to benefit from us tearing each other apart. When we're spending
That's
more
true,
units, when we're spending more units to get the champion we want, who's the guy laughing? It's Kabam. They're taking it to the bank.
That's an excellent point.
And here's what people don't understand. Here's the big scope of this is what people don't understand is it doesn't matter. You can sit here and say, well, I don't pay to play. You pay. Everybody pays to play because our time is valued in some way, some form, some fashion. You're giving Kabam something. You may not be giving them money, but you're giving them your time. You're giving them something in return to play the game. For some of us, like Anthony here, it's a mutual beneficial relationship. I'm giving you my time and you're giving me something to keep my mind off the other things in life. And for others, though, for me, when I'm giving them my time, I'm giving them my time because I enjoy playing with either other people or for this or whatever, or I'm pumping money in the game to get the things I want. So, I could be the same jerk that says, you know what, I don't need that champion. I'm not going to jump in the pool. But it does no favors. And I can tell you this, when it comes time for Gwyn pool, I'm going to be hoping that everybody's in the pool. Like, give me your login. Let's all go log in. Everybody, we'll have a login party. Everybody log in and get there in 2 seconds. It doesn't take long to get in the pool.
I think when it comes to Gwen Pool, we're going to see another record broken in both people in the pool and also the cutoff.
I don't disagree, and it's going to be
We
insane.
we very well could break 200,000 people in the arena, and right now I think the highest is 170 for Hyperion. I believe
Sure.
it was 170. I think Gwenpool is going to break 200,000 people, and because it's Gwenpool and everyone's so freaked out about arena, everyone is just going to go right to 7 million.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not for any other reason, but because they don't want to miss Gwenpool. I mean, Gwenpool is legit, guys. Gwenpool is legit. She is phenomenal.
Here's the thing.
And I don't mean to hype her up, but she is just... She's excellent.
She's a great champion. And more importantly, people just like her as a champion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. They're like, oh, it's Gwenpool. She's just so cool. She's hilarious. She's this. She's so that.
She's so easy to fight with. Her animations are so fluid and smooth, and the damage output is ridiculous. Like, I mean, her bleeds are insane. She stuns. She's got that ridiculous armor break. Like, what's it, 6,000 armor break? It's insane. Totally worth it. I mean...
Yeah.
I hate to like over somebody, but like those are all legitimate facts. Like you really can't hype up Gwenpool. Like Gwenpool is already Gwenpool.
Well, and let's be honest. There's enough people that know that she's going to be good. She's definitely a great champ. So I don't think we have to really worry about that. So again, guys, I am going to be looking at cutting this off here. We've been live for right at an hour and a half. Guys, if you have questions for Anthony, you have questions for me, you're more than welcome to come back and ask us. I will be opening my crystals later. I would say probably here in the next couple hours. I'm going to go eat some lunch so I don't fall over and pass out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's probably. I've got my half-eaten banana that I was eating after I woke up from my lovely nap from being up late last night running ROL. So I'm going to go eat some lunch.
What? You know what? Speaking of ROL, week 4 appreciation is plus 10% attack.
Correct.
Maybe a good week to do ROL, RTTL, Act 4 completion, whatever you got hanging up that you've been wanting to complete for a while. Week 4 may be the week to do it. You got the extra 10% damage.
Yep.
Especially the big ones like ROL. Like that'll make a huge difference in ROL. Even the Labyrinth one, if anyone's looking at Labyrinth.
Yeah,
Just
no, I agree. It's gonna be a very fun week because you're gonna have a little bit of extra boost, and we'll be able to get everything taken care of. So,
what do you think that calendar is going to be? I can't even imagine. Like, I'm looking forward to that 7-day calendar so bad. Like, I have no idea what they're going to put on it. They said it's going to be really, really good. I don't know.
Who knows?
I hope there's a class cat somewhere in there. I don't know. I'm really intrigued by this calendar.
It will be very interesting to see.
I need class cats. That's
you.
I just can't get class cats enough. Like they're so hard to get. I don't get it.
Here, let's take a look. This is what I'm setting on. I've yet to get a cosmic.
I haven't made a set of 3 yet. I can't.
But then again,
and
here's the difference.
I need Wolverine at rank 5, man. Like,
the difference
so
for me
bad.
is because I spend on the game, I just buy the daily crystal, which gives me like what 5,000 or no 10,000, 50, whatever it is, the class catalyst of that day. So
wait, what? Really?
Yeah, if you go up here, it's $5. So like right now, it's the daily special. But like on the daily special, every daily they also give away class catalyst fragments.
Oh, what with the specific crystal?
So like on Mystic, you get your Mystic champ, you get your Mystic fragments, and you get 54-star hero crystals shards.
Oh.
So it's really not that bad of a deal. For $5, it
I
almost
almost
makes it
bought
worth it.
one right there. I almost bought that one today, but I didn't have enough money left over on my iTunes cards.
Yeah. They're
I almost bought that because I need those tier 3s for Iceman.
Yeah, they're very handy, and it's really not too bad of a deal for $5. I mean, I've seen people. Matter of fact, I duped my Hyperion out of that deal. I bought the Cosmic, duped my 4-star Hyperion, and saved me a lot of time and headaches. So, yeah, it's definitely something worth thinking about because it is fairly cheap. And hey, you pull a 4-star. I mean, think of it this way: a 4-star offer is typically 2,500 units. So that comparison is basically an Odin's Vault, which is $100. So you got a lot of days in there that you could buy to pull one 4-star and get lucky, and walk away in a much better position.
Yeah, I think honestly, if I was able to work and make money, I probably would spend. But
and
if you got it, spend it. That's what I say. But
absolutely.
I don't at the moment, so I grind my face off.
And that's the joys of the game. The game can be played so many different ways by so many different people. So, Anthony, again, I appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate you telling us about your story and about what MCOC means to you, and how it's affected your life. I know it's not always easy to say or go over some of those things. So, again, I do appreciate it, man. I think it.
Yeah, I just hope by letting people know where I'm at that maybe it gives someone the confidence to step up and get help too. So
I was gonna say, if nothing else, if it helps one person, if today helps one individual, then this is a great deal. So,
yep, that's what it's about for me.
So, Anthony, again, thanks for stopping in. I will be in touch with you later, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm. You know where to find me. I'll be in game grinding away.
I will be in touch, my friend.
All right, later.
Hey, take it easy, man. All right, guys, and again, I'm just going to kind of wrap this down. I appreciate everybody coming out, watching the stream. If you're new and you made it this far, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it as I continue to push towards 300 now. We've already surpassed 250, hit 200 earlier this week. Currently sitting at 260 subscribers. So anybody subscribing helps as I continue to push that number up. Guys, on top of it, if you come here often, you enjoy it. Oh, great news. It looks like we won our war. Hip, hip, hooray. Guys, if you come here, you enjoy the stream, you enjoy hanging out, bring a friend, bring somebody with you. Have them come in. Tell people about it. I feel like we have a great live chat with a lot of good people willing to talk, help, and be assistants to other players, either in-game or even outside of game. So, again, guys, I really appreciate it. At this point, I'm going to go smash some food down because I am starving. I was up late doing ROL out of the blue, turned around, woke up, took care of my kid, picked some blackberries out of my blackberry patch, came back in, took a nap, woke up, realized it was time that I was supposed to be doing the interview with Anthony, rushed downstairs and instantly came live. So my day is about to begin in a weird way. Harsh, not at all, man. Not a problem. So, again, it's been an interesting deal. Guys, if you want to watch a funny stream to a degree, you want to watch me get mad and see exactly how I can not be cool at times, feel free to go watch my ROL run. It's actually labeled ROL Test Run, as I had no plans of going after ROL last night. Just had a couple good fights early on. I was like, oh, you know what? And at this point, I got pretty deep. Got to Wolverine. I had a 3-star gully, far from where she needs to be. And I think I probably got my rear end handed to me enough by Wolverine. It was very frustrating, but I did get through it. Finished ROL last night, so hip hip hooray for me. But it was an interesting one that you can find again. ROL Test Run along with some other stuff is what it's labeled. But go in, check it out. Guys, I really appreciate all the support. And again, if you can bring some people to the channel, I do appreciate it. Outside of that, I am heading out for now. I will be back this afternoon. You can follow me on Twitter, all right? Twitter at Slice'em. And you can also follow me on the Line app. And again, I'm putting these up in chat. The name is Slice'em there as well. So feel free to contact me. Feel free to come hang out. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you guys so much for the continued support. I will see you guys this afternoon, as I will be opening crystals in my afternoon stream, and then we'll be looking at going live tonight probably for one last event. So again, everybody take care, and thank you so much. Catch you next time.